My mother's library had over 1,000 books. And her bedroom closet was cluttered with guns. And she helped raise her first grandson with a switch and a message. Her patience was not to be tested, a nurse who taught 2 languages and expected her progeny to excel. Quick to tell you tough titty, raised 4 children by moving back and forth between southern and northern cities, told my mother no way. Yeah, you and that baby can move in, but ain't no grown man moving into my house on no day. No pity. Bosom was warm, but the gangster was gritty. Pretty girl, piano player, singer, matriarch, cared for her parents for years while secretly dying of cancer, but still never let anything tear her family apart. My grandmother, Eula English, was my heart. My mother's mother was a school teacher. A black woman with a college degree in the 1930s and 40s. Long before these underachievers came up with excuses, would do whatever she could to make sure her descendants didn't end up shiftless and useless, use candy bars to motivate the children in the neighborhood to study the Bible because she believed that that was where the truth is. Ruthless when disrespected, connected nouns and verbs to put your self-concept in check. Could be expected to rip your ego apart. Named after a city in Texas, my great-grandmother, Galveston McNeil, was my heart. And her mother was a rider. Top show up inside her son-in-law's living room and just take over, tell him, look, I'm like a general and I raised my daughter to only roll with soldiers. Born in 1882, transcended 3 years before my start, famous for lighting cigarettes and putting men in their places. My great-great-grandmother, Sally Giss, was my heart. And my father's mother was a social worker. A black woman with a college degree in the 1950s who bought a house for her siblings and her parents and raised her 2 sons to either get educated or get busy. Told her husband, if I'm going on vacation, you can best believe my grandchild is always coming with me. Comprehended. Told my mother, if somebody steps to my grandson and gets knocked out, never punish me if he gets suspended. Just ask him how it starts. My paternal grandmother, Taalam Acey, was my heart. My mother's a black nationalist with a master's degree in mathematics who's been programming computers since long before they had keyboards. I'm talking punch cards. And she never cared about my rough housing in the street, but if I ever disrespected her, I got punched. Hard. and hit with switches till I blacked out looking for computer glitches. And if I came home with B's, she made me study more to ensure I get the picture. Like tons of megapixels, she developed me to be sharp. Still my favorite person in the world. My mother, Taalam Acey, is my heart. I'm a father to my son. And I've been one since the beginning, but every advantage I've ever given him has been the product of 5 women. See, I'm every man in here. You got commitment issues? I've been there. Even been married, in fact. And somewhat prematurely, perhaps it's better late than never, but if the first time's a charm, I pray the second time's better. Next time I let her prove she's a team player first instead of rushing and backwards and expecting the worst. Because our time on this earth is too short. Maturity is knowing that what women want might not be what you thought. And 2 ears and 1 mouth means we all stand to do twice as much listening, and maybe long-term peace is worth the temporary grief of giving in. And in this world we're living in, being a man means controlling your sentiment, because ain't nothing more important than doing everything you can to always be a gentleman. See, what's more attractive than class? If she's with me, she don't touch her coat, doorknobs, nor pump gas. I give her the benefit of what my mother's upbringing has, and if you don't want to be treated with respect, then I'm sorry, I have to pass, because it ain't no fun if you can't be spoiled, and the royal treatment is all I do. And I ain't never satisfied till every woman passing by wishes she was you.
Wow. Wow.
I am every man in here. I got the same temptations and the same fears. I got masculine problems and masculine language, masculine issues and masculine anguish. But you have to be a man to see me in anger. Women only get to see me at my tamest, my mellowest. I prefer female company, but my fellows always receive fellowship. Still admit this world is a lonely place when you ain't sitting across from a beautiful face, maybe a little passion fruit and Tanqueray with some seafood hanging off your plate, and you trying to be charming and make her day, yet every word you say is sincere. I don't aspire to be perfect, but I aspire to be perfect for you. I'm every man in here. Likewise, I want my daughters to feel endeared. And for my son, I want to be the perfect example, a father who also provides his woman with ample resources, and of course it's easy to get all close and whisper something pleasing in your ear. But the challenge is to also be responsible. And I put that challenge to every man. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Taalam. Yo, John, I ain't know, you ain't even tell me I was supposed to bring a change of clothes.